Siggers, I'm 27 years old and I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery.
$100,000 to limb length? I can't say this damn word. Limb lengthen. Jesus. I can't say that word fast. Say that 5 times fast. Limb lengthen. Yeah, no, doesn't sound right. Okay. So, if you guys don't know about this dude, he was a bit of a, how do you put it? A bit of a short king in it. Not dissing his height, I'm saying he's a bit short. But he increased his height from 5'5" to 6 foot. Man literally cranked up the inches. Like, literally got his bone shattered to get 5 inches of height, which is huge. I covered this video last year, but now it's more like a progression afterwards. So I decided to take a look at it. Now, let me tell you, $100K for this surgery still blows my mind. Like, you know what you can do with $100K? A lot. And I wouldn't blow it on surgery. But it kind of goes to show you that when it comes to like customizing your body and customizing stuff, there's like no limit. I think I've even seen stuff where you could even what you call it? You could change your eye color even. It's gotten that crazy. Of course, who knows how many side effects you could get. But we're not at the point now where we can know Cyclops and laser eyes. That's the only enhancement I'm ever getting. But anyways. Whew.
So the surgery day, they put me under anesthesia so I was asleep. They break your bones surgically, they cut them and they attach devices that extend the bones over time. When I first woke up, I just asked myself 1,000,001 questions. I was like, why did I do this surgery? I regretted it, I shouldn't have done it. I'm in so much pain, I've never felt this kind of pain before, and is it really worth it? And I thought something was wrong because I didn't think it was normal to feel this amount of pain. There's a metal rod in my leg, and then there was an external fixator that attaches to the metal rod going through your leg. So you have both an internal device and an external device.
Wow. That's a lot of money to spend on potentially not walking properly again. But let's keep watching because that's only the beginning.
It was very shocking. It felt unreal to see it attach myself because I had never seen anything like this before. I was actually in a relationship prior to the surgery. Once I told her I wanted to go get surgery to get taller to boost my confidence, she was completely against it. And inevitably, we end up ending the relationship, even though she was someone that made a lot of jokes about my height herself. So she hasn't seen me, but she's just seen like my social media and she's been trying to call. She's been trying to make her way back, but that's somewhere I don't want to go back to.
Hey, guess what? Remember all those jokes you used to make about me being short? I got taller now. And what are you gonna do? Absolutely nothing. And on top of that, even makes it better, you ain't getting me back. Sorry. Wow. Oh, what? Oh God. Sorry. That joke just popped up in my head and I was just like, go for it. Jokes aside though, I find it interesting though that you have someone who's like completely against someone taking a surgery, which I feel like is definitely 100% natural. Like if you like sports and stuff, you shouldn't really be, not working out. Wrong word. You should not be limb length. This is gonna be the running joke of this video. I can't say those two words together. Yeah, that's kind of what the vibe I'm getting from this from this series. Like you're against it, but also you're making jokes about his height, something that he's like very insecure about. And if you live on podcasts, I can't believe that should not even be a phrase, but if you live on podcasts, especially like these like dating podcasts, you'll see the common trend of like, of course people always naturally prefer people who are taller, but I'm just saying what I've noticed is that like when you have like something that's perpetuated and you already have those insecurities inside of you already, this stuff like jokes are just gonna push you towards like doing something like drastic, like this guy did. I'm not saying it's her fault for doing it. He's still the one who paid the money. She didn't pay the 100K. He paid 100K to do it. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like we should be mindful about people and like their insecurities. Okay, like not to push too many buttons because you might push someone over the edge like this. Of course, naturally we have stuff like what BBLs now. I mean, I call this this is the man BBL. Like, I don't see guys getting actual butt lifts. This is the man BBL. Like, crank up the height, get taller. But I'm just saying, like, when you have so many people say, I prefer a guy who's this tall. And keep in mind, everybody says 6 foot, but let's be, this is like actually how it is. I think majority of people just prefer someone who's taller than them. People say 6 foot because 6 is just right on the dot. 6 foot's a round number. It just makes sense. And if they say above 6 foot, then they're probably tweaking. And there's nothing wrong with a preference. I'm just saying, like you can have your preferences, but just keep in mind some people are rather insecure about different parts of their life. And this guy, yeah, his height is not one of them. So that actually makes sense why he ended it, because like, well, no point being someone like that. So I'm gonna go out and try some other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, exercise your options. Too. And even if you're not like tall enough, it's like who cares? People come in different sizes. Some people get tall, some people get fat, some people skinny, some people, all that stuff. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to worry about it too much. But either way though, like, seeing his progress is still like really interesting to me, because it's just whew, it's still surreal seeing somebody go from 5'5" to 6 foot. Like, this guy can look me in the eye.
Today I'm actually going on a date for the first time since I've had my surgery, so it'll be my first date at 6 foot. I'm very excited. It's an opportunity to get out there and really fill out this new version of me, like see how he interacts with the world, see how he interacts on a date. In the world we live in, we say don't judge a book by its cover, but obviously people are judged off their appearance first. But I do feel like once I get back into dating, my personality will be what carries me in a relationship.
Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Better hug me too,
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle.
Before I welcome you to the land of the giants, where we reside, I just want to tell you one thing. Then he waddled away. Oh my goodness. Why is he waddling? I mean, I know why he's waddling, but it just kind of throws me off, Like, every time I see someone waddle, I just hear then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away. Whew. But yeah, I'm just trying to, whew. I'm just trying to rationalize, like, the idea of, like, imagine, like, you're 6 foot, right? But you have T-Rex arms. Like, I'm trying to, the trade-off is kind of killing me here, because what's the point of getting, like, you're getting taller, but it's like you're trading, it's almost like you're trading off, different. I'm not saying people who are shorter don't get any, like, they'll get stigmatized, like, it happens, but I'm just saying it's just interesting to me how the world can change that much as if you're just even a little bit taller, But I feel like I said before, I feel like people just like round numbers, and 6 foot is a nice round number, But anyways, we haven't even gotten to like what this date's gonna be like. I'm not looking forward to it yet. But either way, man, it's still weird if people getting taller through money.
Tell me about yourself. What's your social?
My social?
Yeah.
My social media?
No, your social security.
My social security. You a scammer?
I didn't say that.
Or are you just
I was just trying to get to know you.
Oh.
So.
What you was trying to do with my social? Oh, you trying to put a ring on it that fast? I didn't know you was that type of guy. I like that. I have to say my last relationship was 2 years ago. I got high standards and a lot of requirements.
I think you found it.
Really?
Okay, why haven't I been on a dating scene? I've been very busy. But most recently, in the last 6 months, as you know, I underwent limb lengthening surgery. Mm-hmm. So.
What was that experience like?
Probably one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Conversation was very good. I could see like us going on a few more dates, getting to know each other a lot more. He's gonna call me for sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but every time somebody says, I have high standards, I roll my eyes. I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, why? And then this guy's like, I can see he's going on a few more dates. I can also, he's gonna call you for sure. And I can see this guy being like, yeah, we're just experimenting. Bye. Oh gosh. But it is, I have to say, you know, as much as I'm actually cracking too many jokes for one video, but as much as he is like, I don't know, he's taller and stuff. It's actually interesting to see the progression of how he feels and how much like different that he seems to be when he before. I mean, we haven't really seen him. I don't know this guy, so from what we've seen before and how he described himself, it sounds like he was lacking a lot of different stuff, and it feels like to him that getting taller, at least getting some rods in his legs, seems to have been the solution. However, of course, naturally, that is not always the solution. Of course, if you can, you should always be comfortable with how you are. And to a degree, as much as I say be comfortable how you are, we do edit to a degree. Like we do technically go to a human Photoshop. Okay, it's called like showering, cologne, haircutting, nail painting, whatever it is. Like we all do that to an extent. But the reason why that is more or less accepted is because you don't have to do too much to get those things. You don't have to. You have to pay 100K for every shower. Could you imagine you have to pay to shower? Well, I mean, you do pay to shower, but I was like, pay that much to shower. So that's kind of like what I'm getting at. And even then, and say with like a haircut, your hair grows back extremely fast. I mean, ask anybody who has long hair and you cut it down, that can grow back in like, at least for me, it grows back in like a few months, okay? And I mean like long hair, not just, grows back quickly. Or at least like a little patch. But yeah, so that's why I believe when it comes to those kind of edits, it makes sense. Like if a beard style doesn't work for you, you can trim the beard and try something else. Or if your hairstyle doesn't work, you can cut it and do something. Or hell, if you want to change your physique, you could just go and work out and adjust the muscles a bit. So that's really what it comes down to. So there's a lot of editing, I guess you can call it, or just like I personally call it just, it's called personal grooming. But yeah, we do some self-editing. But this kind of edits are a bit too much. This is like the premium package, okay? In an RPG. Well, more like RPG characterization, but you get the point. Like this guy's editing his height. Soon, I don't know, you're gonna make the size of, I don't know, you can get a longer neck or something. Like at this point, who knows? But seriously though, if we ever get to like the cyberpunk era or whatever, or like a dystopia place, and we can customize like Blade Runner 2049, bruh, give me them laser eyes. Let me blast some fools.
It's actually a very fun first date. I didn't expect to have as much fun as I did. I thought it would be a little bit more nerves or something, but everything went great. It was a very fun time, very beautiful girl. It was nice to step out in the world with a lot more confidence than before, to be a lot more sure of yourself and not wonder what she's thinking, but really just be who you are.
It is much easier to reach things that I struggled with before. The world is a much different place now that I'm taller. People smile at me everywhere I go. I've never had this kind of like reaction from people before, and I really enjoy it. I've always been very unhappy with my height, pretty much my entire life. I realized I was short around 15 years old, and ever since then it's kind of weighed on me. I tried a lot of different things to make me taller, or at least appear taller, such as spinal decompression, put insoles in my shoes, inversion tables, and they would only give me about an inch more. As far as my recovery process, I work out every day. I'm just restricted in some of my abilities like squatting. Recovery takes about 6 months to a year. I'm much further ahead at my current stage than most people would be. It's only been about 2.5 months since I completed surgery.
Damn, that's 3 months and he's only waddling? Bruh, I expected that to be like 4 months in, but 3 months is pretty damn good. What? Wow. I guess some people just got that kind of recovery time. But it's like I said earlier in the video, like, yeah, this is something that this guy's been struggling for a long time, and it only just took it was probably something that was just boiling up with him so long in the fight. He's like, yo, I'm just gonna go get it. And the best part is, honestly, he's not even bad looking. Okay, he's really not. He's just, I don't know, he just lacks the self-confidence, and that sometimes can be the really like unattracting things. Like, oh, you have no confidence whatsoever. That's really what's unattractive, not really your looks or the way that you carry yourself. It's like, yeah, you are not confident. But anyways, I can't speak for his life, but I'm just saying, perhaps, yeah, that's a pretty I think if you ask most dudes, especially if they range from maybe like 5'7" and lower, I think you're gonna find a good chunk of them are gonna say like, yeah, my height is as an insecurity for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't like feeling like I'm too short. And it's something that you can't, and it's something you can't fix. Like, you know what I mean? Well, in this case, he did try something, but it's something you're not really capable of changing, at least without any side effects. So at least with your weight, you can, you can burn off your fat, whatever. You can change your diet, all that. That's something you have control over. But your height, you ain't changing that one, buddy. So, just interesting to see, nonetheless.
I can pretty much do everything that I need to do for the most part on a normal day-to-day basis, so I'm very pleased with where I'm at. The surgery has significantly boosted my self-esteem, mainly because everything I had to go through to get the height, so I appreciate it more. But just being home and seeing how the world reacts to me at 6 foot rather than 5'5" has been like a very amazing experience for me. I've always been like an outgoing person, but now I can just be myself without caring what people think or what people have to say. I'm me all the time now, rather than hiding behind like insecurities. My boy!
What's up, man?
Good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you, man.
How did you meet Brian?
We was getting the same surgery in Turkey together. We met in the physiotherapy.
Brian, how tall were you before the surgery?
I was 183, so just basically 6 foot.
And how tall are you now?
It's gonna be over 6'6" right now.
What? What? You was 6 foot, and then you said, "Let me go be 6'6", bro. What? Yo, oh, what? Yo, what? Yo, what? What? I'm sorry. You were already 6 foot, then you said, "Let me go to 6'6". What? I'm sorry. Okay. No. You lose me here. When you say you were 6 foot and you went to, you raised your height all the way to 6'6". What are you doing that for? Are you actually gonna go to the NBA? Like, what is going on with these people? But wow. Like, most people would find 6 foot is, is fine. Hell, even if you're 5'8", it's probably fine. But the point is, 6 foot to 6'6". What is the point in that? At some point, you're actually unironically gonna look like a T-Rex. You have long legs, but you're gonna be Slender Man without the arms. What? Long legs but no arms. What is the point? At least with the other guy, I can kind of get it. It's 5'5" to 6 foot. While I wouldn't recommend anybody take a height surgery, at least I can understand. Because 5'5", people can be rather stigmatized when they're that short. And when you're not very tall, it's just like, it's really hard. It can be hard for some people. And so hitting 6 foot is like, okay, I understand it. I disagree, but I understand it. But 6 foot to 6'6", you lost me. It's like, bro, we're trying to get rid of the short people altogether. What? It's like a agenda against short people. Like, get rid of every single one of them. And the worst part is that once the surgery gets more affordable, you're gonna see people limb lengthening. Oh, I got it right this time. You're gonna see people limb lengthening all the time, and that's the part that's like has me like, what? Oh man. I'm sorry, guys. Do people just like not? I'm sorry. Okay, I'll just never go over it. 6 foot to 6'6" is like overkill. Okay, that's too. I think it's too much. There's too much of a good thing. I feel like this is a surgery where if your leg didn't grow properly or something, and like you could bounce out, I can understand that, but just what? Oh my god. Also, for the record, people who are saying like, I hope you never walk again. Let me tell y'all, the Instagram comment section is where the spawn of Satan is born. You will get some of the most mean comments you will ever see in the Instagram section. I have never seen a place so foul in my life. What? Like, oh, life has too much, and you're also not really helping the problem, because when you tell people, I hope you never walk again, mind you, most people are probably trolls anyways, but when someone says, I hope you never walk again, you're unironically like pushing them to like, keep the surgery up. You're not helping them. So, 6 foot to 6'6" is never gonna it messes me up so hard. What?
Nice.
One thing that's kind of hard for me is I'm just barely now getting into the phase where I'm in a walker. You're already at the walking unassisted phase.
For me, I would honestly have to tell you that it's really just being patient, but at the same time trusting yourself, because since you haven't walked in so long, you're nervous to walk. Whenever I'm scared, I just tell myself, just trust myself. Everything is gonna be okay. My father had the worst reaction. He just didn't understand why I would do something like this to myself. He's actually been avoiding me since I've returned home because he thinks I'm taller than him now. But my mother has been extremely supportive. My brothers have been very supportive. They're very excited that I got surgery, and it's something that's changed my life overall.
Wait, you're telling me because your dad is shorter than you, okay, that he's avoiding you? That has to be either the most vain reason I've ever seen or ever heard, sorry, or your dad is just weird. Now, I feel like now, I'm not a parent, but the natural reaction is, it's more like, did I raise you to do something so reckless? That's the first question our parents probably going to ask you. Did I raise you to do that? I feel like when somebody, like, you see your own child just, like, endangering themselves and, like, permanently affected their own, like, negatively affecting their own life, because I'm sure there's a lot of drawbacks to surgery, despite the aesthetic. And then it's like, oh, well, my son is taller now, but he has a bunch of health issues. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like there's more a disappointment in the father being like, listen, I don't think I raised you properly. And then the craziest part is, like, I feel like the mom being supportive it's not the weird part. It's just like, I feel like as a parent, you're always thinking about your senior being like, okay, well, why did they do something so reckless, or why did I go this extra mile for this kind of stuff? I mean, I will take my son as he is, and this is me being, like, not generous, but I'm just shoehorning, lowballing, some kind of balling. I can't say words today. You're just like, okay, well, I'll take my son as he is. Doesn't matter that he's 5'5", he's still my son. But then he's like, he's taller. He's taller than me now, so I can't see my son. Like, Nah, it's just because, like, buddy, you're reckless. And your dad's probably not happy that he raised someone to be like, well, anyways, I'm losing my train of thought. Jesus Christ. But you get the point here. Dad's probably disappointed in himself, if anything. Not really. Well, if he's a good father anyway, he's disappointed in himself. And of course, we don't know these people, as I keep saying over and over again. But I feel like that's the regular reaction. Any parents want to let me know otherwise, they can let me know now. But I'm just telling you, like, yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy world out here. Anyways, this video is actually almost done, believe it or not. So let's finish it up.
So initially, when I first did the surgery and I started posting it, it was a lot of, like, negativity, a lot of hate. People called me crazy, people called me insane. They said they hope I never walk again. But as it grew and people saw me continue to post my progress, a lot of the comments began to change. It actually started to garner a lot of attention from women telling me, like, how strong I am and how manly it was to go through something that, like, endured so much pain. I want people to take away from this is not even just height, but I say do the things that make you happy. Don't care what other people think, because people will judge you no matter what you do in life. So just do what makes you happy.
I'm actually in favor of doing what makes you happy, but at the same time, I'm gonna be like, yo, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, if taking heroin makes you happy, you probably shouldn't take it. Of course, it's a very extreme example, but you get the point. And so, well, I mean, it's great that this guy feels more confident. It's a little bit sad that someone like him really could have, like, if he really honed in on himself and really tried to, like, focus on his insecurities, really getting past through them, first of all, like, accepting and then going through it, then maybe perhaps it would be a bit easier for him to really progress himself. Of course, there's a lot of mental factors that we don't know about, and so just because there's a lot of factors that we don't know, it's more or less like, But anyways, I encourage, this is like a phrase, I don't know if I coined this properly, not probably, I don't know if I coined this, but basically I would say, like, be unapologetically yourself. That's how you're going to grow. Be unapologetic yourself. What does that mean? Be yourself no matter what people say. Doesn't matter what happens. He is right. People are going to judge you no matter what. Even if you do something perfectly, someone is going to judge you regardless. So it doesn't matter what other people think. Now, of course, you can get some constructive criticism from people. You can naturally get other stuff from people. You can learn. But, don't have to listen to every single birdie that's tweeting outside, okay? Some people are like them annoying Blue Jays in the back. Like, a bunch of those, like, ah! I was more like a cat's like, ah! Or you have the crows, it's like, ah! And it's like, oh my god, I can't. But you get the point, okay? Like, not everyone's got it. You don't want to listen to everything, but yeah. Anyways, I think the scariest part is not even like, I feel like in 20 years when this surgery like gets perfected, bro, we are gonna see short people are gonna be extinct because think about this way, right? Like a BBL now costs what, like maybe like 10 grand, maybe even less. Like it's not that expensive compared to what it used to be to get those kind of modifications. So I can see a surgery like this one, or as we call it, the man BBL, getting, you know, more and more common. And of course, because people can edit themselves like this way, like stuff that's out of your control, usually that you can edit it now, you can definitely, whenever it gets more common, you can definitely experiment a bit more. And sooner or later, like I said, we're gonna get cybernetic hands or something, and then we're gonna start like getting guns in the fingers, and I don't even know what other mods there is. I don't know, jetpack backs. Wow. Yeah. Either way, I know I said this before, but yeah, give me them laser eyes, Sonny. And so that's probably the only modification I'll ever take, especially if it's safe. Laser eyes all the way. You know. No, I'm kidding. I was gonna get the X-Men theme song. My goodness. But anyways, yeah, I don't know, man. Whew. Like I wish I could tell someone like this, like, yeah, just accept as you are, but I don't know. We have to really look into like whenever you give advice like that, you really have to like look at the person as a whole. But hey, he's happier now. It is what it is. But I think the part that messed me up still is the guy went 6 foot to 6'6". That one messed me up big time. That one confuses me to this day, and I don't think I want to understand that one. But you get the point, because I'm just saying, like, we do live in a world where you can basically customize yourself however you want to be, and especially like plastic surgery now. Oh, they basically perfected that stuff. Whew. Some plastic surgeries are so good you won't even know it's plastic surgery. That's how good they are. Like, especially now. Some people are rather obvious, but a lot of people, yeah, nah. Say it ain't so. But anyways, this was a crazy video to follow up on after all this time. At this point, short people, in about 20 years, you're not gonna exist no more. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my socials in the description below. And yeah, stay short, guys. Ciao.